Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Atmospheric Cafeteria. It's very late at night. Spirit was like, you know what? Let's do a reading around 10, and it's nearly 1. So it took just a little bit to get ready. And actually, I really like this. We're in my living room, and tons of spirits here. I feel my Uncle Tommy here. My mom was in earlier. It's kind of cool. I have family coming through. They're all very sensitive as well. But yes, we are in the living room. There is a radiator. There are wires. This is real life. And yeah, I don't have time to pretend that I can't be anything but what I am. So, you know. It just takes a lot of time and energy to be fake and dust. I'm sorry about any dust you may see. I might excel at a lot of things. It's not dusting. Not unless I have to. Anyway, not still working on the same cup of... I refreshed my last cup of coffee, so we're kind of on coffee cup and a half. I've definitely got to drink some more water. So if you are listening to this, go grab your water, go grab your crochet, your knitting, your video game controllers. Make sure that you have put your video game controller on charge. And I'm going to move mine over before I see it fall on the ground, because I will cry. I will cry. All right, I have no idea what today's reading is about. I asked, and they're just like, I was like, are you going to tell me what's up, or we're just going along with it and seeing what happens? And I guess we have a spiritual audience today, and they're just like, no, let's just go ahead and see what happens. I asked if all of these people wanted to contribute something to the reading, and they're like, no, you've just got a little audience from the spirit world. And I'm like, all right, this is fun. Because I am one of those mediums that, I'm the, like I always say to people, I'm not the one that's going to give you an enjoyable experience. We're going to have like a spiritual learning time with me, Your Aunt Susie's going to say she's pissed off you pissed in her shoe, and you're going to look at Aunt Susie and go, this is why I did it. It is pretty cathartic. I have done it myself. It is interesting. And like I always say too, sometimes you'll be thinking of your loved one and situations in the back of your mind. And sometimes those are just them reviewing your feelings on it so they can grow and learn on the other side. And sometimes it's actually growth and learning for you to review these things in this life so that you can grow and progress and learn and become a more whole person, if that should make sense. All right, here we are. I guess we're started. I'm going to get it all up here. Making sure everything that's heavy isn't where it can fall so that Ernie doesn't get scared. Not that he's downstairs at this moment in time. He's not. He must have put himself in a timeout upstairs. Not a timeout, but no. Okay. All right. So today we have some Moonology that decided they wanted to come out. I'll put you guys up there because they said if we need to clarify, we got some up there if we need any extra. My angel oracles are underneath my pillow upstairs. They are not done with whatever it is they're doing up there, so they're guiding from above. But these guys, oh, I saw them. It's not great light, but that's okay. They're called Tarot of the Divine. Let me find my glasses right there. I did not think about that, but that's okay. Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. Inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world. They're absolutely gorgeous. these are one of the loveliest decks I've ever handled, to be honest. And oh. And I just got this. They come with a book, and in this book is every single fairy tale that's in here. Every single story that's in here is in here to not only get to tell you the stories and to educate you and to spread the stories, because I do love me a good fairy tale. I love a good fairy tale, myths, divine stories. I do enjoy the stories of the Bible. I like all that stuff. And I gotta go over there and get that. Be right back. I'm gonna keep talking. But so a few days ago, I was like, you know, I think it's time to pick that up, because my cards really were they didn't feel complete, and so I'm trying not to let everything fall everywhere, because usually this is the side that the dog stairs are on. But now I've got that book and they feel more complete, and now they're like, nope, we need to get used. And I'm like, yep, let's do that. Let's use them. Let's that's better. Okay. Sometimes I've just got to move things over to make things make more sense. So yes, so I have this, and this whole book has all of the stories in it. And it's just beautiful, and my cards feel more complete, and they were like, no, let's do a late night reading tonight. And I'm like, all right, let's do that. And yes, you too as an adult can stand on your sofa to sit down, because it's yours. Dee-dee-doo-dee-doo. How old am I? I am 8. I am 53. And what is 5 plus 3? It is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, yes, yes. Yay. All right, so my glasses. All right, here, make sure remote controller isn't going to do anything strange. Phone, remote control. Big things that can go clunk aren't going to go clunk. Okay. So yes, yes. And it's absolutely breathtaking. And they have bigger, you can see bigger images of Pele. Look at that. My goodness, we have all the ladies coming out. You know? Just gorgeous. So, we feel complete now. Oh, she feels wonderful. So we are going to put her right here next to me as inspiration. And let's open her up. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the spirit team has for us tonight. Let's see what everybody's got. And let me get comfortable. Settle my... I don't know. Does anybody else that's neurodivergent have trouble like sitting down with like out scooching everywhere? My mom used to, and this is going to be weird to say, she's like, Martha, you gotta settle your balls. And I'm like, what? And then she explained it, and I was like, oh. And it is kind of true. But I don't have balls. I mean, you know, because I'm a girl. do let us start. All right. I forgot to say my prayers, so we'll say them now. Mighty Astaroth, please send your guidance and your wisdom lend. Let my cards and eyes see and speak in clarity and truthfulness and honesty, as we ask, so blessed be. And thank you for all the guidance and the protection that you always give us, and thank you for all the spirits and the guides that are here tonight. And we all know we don't let in the assholes. Yeah. So we have our book, which we're gonna put over there. I love this. I love this. Oh God, look at that. Oh. 9 of Cups on the bottom. Like, yes, this makes me feel like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it more than I can possibly say. I just absolutely love this. I can't take it. All right, so let's see what we got. I don't know if I can. Yes, this is that deck that will do that for me. Moon and Judgment. So what have we got, friends? This deck does not like to be snapped when shuffled, so I have to figure out how to do it differently. And I'm gonna tell you all, the texture of these cards is lovely. And if you have smaller hands, holding them from the side like this isn't bad at all. I'm sorry it's not brighter over there. Ooh, I wonder if that would work. That's rather interesting. I'm just trying something here. Give myself a little bit of extra light. Yeah, what's that gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt a thing. Oh, well, you know what? I could also do that. Cancel and do that. And go all the way up like that. Might be too much. I probably do need an extra light in here. Or just a brighter light. But I think usually I'll be doing this during the day, so we'll just kind of set this up right here. Is that gonna work? Things I don't think about beforehand. But then if I do, because I just want you guys to see the cards too. Do that. Yeah, because that's gonna work fine. Because next time I will have thought about this a little bit better. And actually that really, really helps me out a lot. Okay. Oop, wrong way. Okay, so what are we doing tonight? Now that we have had our intro and our coffee and our chit chat and everybody's had time to get their games going and their crochet and their fiber arts and whatever activities it is that they would like to do while they're listening. Maybe you're falling asleep, maybe you're meditating, maybe you're doing your dishes, maybe you need a body double for that, eh? I love listening to the podcasts and that sort of thing for body doubling. I have friends that I call, I love you, who will call and we'll all body double each other. But yeah, this was a late night decision, and whoa, Nellie Marie. idea what happened there. Yeah, I think we're just about done shuffling. What's that movie? I was going to say the one with the little green aliens. But the one with Sarah Jessica Parker. Mars Attacks. Who likes Mars Attacks? It reminds me of the little Martian with the brain in Mars Attacks. That's what that reminded me of. Wait and see. Don't ask. I don't know. My hands are doing whatever they feel like doing. All right, so let's take a look-see and see what we've got going on. Because no, I am not always the most coordinated person by any stretch of an imagination. You should see me walk in new shoes. But anyways, so what do we got over here? Spirit's showing me somebody might need more meditation, more introspection with their more alien self. I'm not quite sure what that means. What do you mean by alien self? The alien strength within that seems eternal. Okay, that's confusing. Spirit wants you to get in touch with the strength to which you have inside of you. This is the strength which feels alien to you, which I think is why I'm getting Mars Attacks. Because if you look at the little aliens in there, they look absolutely crazed and insane, and their brain is on the outside. I mean, if you look at that as dysregulation, that is insanity and dysregulation. You know, sometimes because I'm dysregulated on occasion, that can be like what internally your body feels like, and it feels like it comes up into your face and you're like, what the hell? So Spirit is saying, please do a little bit more meditation and introspection, even in just your quiet moments, even in like the grocery store when you're waiting in line and you're starting to get antsy. Just do that, breathe, and relax this top part of your chest and your shoulders, even though you know it's going to be hard. Even though you know you're going to have to remind yourself, just that little bit of doing it, just that little bit, and that keeping of reminding yourself every once in a while in those moments, eventually in those moments, when you go, your shoulders will stay down for longer. And you'll notice that, and you will become more focused and more calm in that line, and things like that will become a little bit more meditative. Spirit's telling me that, like, if you have kids that are driving you crazy, this is going to help with that. This is going to help focus you more, because you might have children that are neurodivergent like you are, and it might be hard for you to focus when it comes to Spirit's showing me, like, you know how when you're, I mean, I know for myself, I would be running from one end of the apartment to the other, and my mom would just be she just let me do it at one point. She'd just get it out, and then we would like have a whole thing. But they're showing me like kids that are like, like 3 kids that are just going off the wall. And mom knows that this is normal. She knows that it's okay. She knows. And I'm not going to just say mom. I'm going to put dad in with this too, because we have to remember that dads can feel this way too. So mom and dad, or whatever your parental name is, either parent, all the parents. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea too, Spirit. I think that's what we need to do more of, is include the dads in with the moms on this, because everybody gets harried. It's just we all get harried in different ways, right? Like, the way that women get harried and overwhelmed by something is very different than the way that men get overwhelmed by stuff. And what we have to do is understand the way that everybody gets overwhelmed by stuff and then give them that leeway that they need. Anybody who needs to know, I'm being showed Jimmy on relationships on YouTube. He's just amazeballs. He's amazing. But yeah, they're saying what will help you in those moments when it looks like all of your kids are, I'm seeing like 3 Mars Attacks aliens, like everybody's like hitting each other and going crazy, and you know this is normal. You know it's normal, but internally your body is now overstimulated, overwhelmed, and you can't cope. Spirit is saying, breathe. And just back away, walk into a bedroom where it's a little bit more quiet and the lights are off, and you know, because you know you can kind of lean out and see them, you know. But Spirit is saying that doing these introspections in the line at the Walmart or the bank or in your car at a light, being in traffic and being harried and choosing to go, you know what? I can't be in this low vibrational, I wish everybody would hurry. I have to be in a moderate vibrational, higher vibrational of, okay, this is going to move along at the pace it's going to move along. I mean, we've all seen it. You know, you're going down 481 and somebody is going, because there's an area of it that's 55 miles an hour, which is just, it's annoying, but it is what it is, and there is a reason, because there's too many things going off of it to not have it 55. But you do go 65, 70 miles an hour down there. But the thing is if you're comfortable at only going 60 miles an hour and you're in the passing, and you're not in the passing lane, and you're in the regular lane, and somebody else is going 80 in the passing lane and they go past you, they're still all getting to the light in Oswego at the same exact time, okay? You're all getting to that light on First Street at the same exact time. Yeah, the other one's going to be up first, but you know, the other car's only going to be 5 minutes behind. They're actually going to meet you there. You're going to be stopped first, but it's not really going to matter, right? So being calm in those moments when you're speeding that hard because you just need to get to that stop sign first. Sometimes you just gotta slow it down, go 65 in the regular lane, and just know that you are going to get there when you get there. If somebody else goes past you first, that's okay, because that is taking control of yourself. That is bringing your personal calm that you personally need and want, so that you can make personal changes within yourself, so that when your kids do go crazy, you can go, oh God, and you can go, boys, guys, I'm gonna go in the kitchen, okay? Don't destroy anything. And so rather than needing like to go outside and in the car to stop all the noise, you can now go in the kitchen. You can be okay with a tiny bit of noise. You can put on your white noise that you need, or your earbuds. Don't forget your earbuds. And cope easier. Does that make sense to someone? Because that's what I feel like I'm being told. I feel like I'm being told you're overwhelmed with everything around you, and it's time to throw in that meditative stance. Now, one of the things with meditation is a lot of people struggle with it. And the way I meditate is I don't look at a pinprick, okay? I don't look at a single point of anything. What I do is I sit. Excuse me, pardon me. I put low music on, nothing with voices, just stuff to listen to. Oceans, the fire on YouTube, and then the first thought's going to come at you. And as that first thought comes at you, you do not interact with that thought, okay? As that first thought's coming at you, you do not stop and interact with that thought and see what it's doing, okay? Because this thought is coming from your brain. Oh, you're a smart little rock. No wonder I felt like I needed to pick you up. Oh, clever girl. Ooh, rock high five. Anyway, so this is your brain, and we'll represent this as your brain. And these are all your thoughts, okay? No wonder you wanted them around you. And this is you, okay? Actually, yeah, that's perfect. Okay? So most people say, as I said with the pinprick, so when this thought comes in, rather than you coming up to meeting and say, hey, Aunt Brenda, you have a da-da, and then this thought can't get around you, right? Because now you're interacting with this thought, okay? And this thought just needs to get past you, okay? Because it needs to loop around and get back here to your brain. And the point of meditation in general for everybody is to find calmness, to find Zen, to find that point of source in meditation. But when you're neurodivergent, every little thought that comes along you want to interact with. And if you don't understand in general how to meditate and the pinprick thing doesn't work for you, you want to interact with every single thought. And when you're neurodivergent, you have a ton of them, okay? So what you do is, and I know it's hard, but I believe in you, and you believe in you, and we don't self-gaslight here and say we can't. We say, let's see what we can do. I don't know if I can do it, but if I try and I see how it works and I figure out how it works for me, then I can probably do it. We'll just figure out how it works, okay? That's what you say to yourself. There's no I can't do it. It's how do I do this for me? How do I figure this out for me? This is how it's done. How does this work for me when it's coming into my body? So this thought is Aunt Brenda's appointment in 3 weeks. You need to let Mom know tomorrow. It's going to fly in, and you sit here, and when the thought hits you, it's going to glide off and go past and go over in here. Okay? And then the next thought comes. Your dog that passed away that you miss, you let it glide. It's going to give you an emotion, and it might even be around there for a second, and you're going to feel sad. Let that come. Feel that emotion. But don't interact with that thought, because that thought needs to be thought and come back to the brain so the brain can go, so the brain can breathe and go, okay, I thought about that without interaction. That's what I needed. And then here comes the next thought. And this might be anything. And it's going to glaze it, and you're going to sit there, and then eventually what happens is you start to have things coming like this, and then another one like this, and then they start to fly around, and sometimes they click, and sometimes they're just going like this, and there can be a lot of them, but then eventually they slow down, and they slow down. Okay, they slow down, and they start to go like this. And then all of a sudden, you are here. You are centered. And all of the thoughts around you have done what they have to do. Confirmation clink. They have done what they have to do. They have balanced themselves. And because you have just let them go and go back there, they balance themselves over in here, okay? All of them balanced themselves in your brain. And then this balanced your body and your mind and your focus. And the more that you do this, the more everything that becomes overstimulating is easier to cope with. Is it going to cure it? No. You're still going to have the things in place that you need, but what happens is that when you hear the loud noise, you don't melt down as quickly. You just take your earbuds and put them in. You breathe, you make sure everybody's okay, and then you go, okay, what's going on? And you are able to actually cope. Is it easy? No, this takes time, but you can do it, and Spirit believes in you, and I believe in you, because you're going to figure out how to do this for you in your own way. Does that make sense? Okay. Yep, messages across, they say. So yeah, that is what Spirit would like you to know. And don't worry, it is normal to feel crazy when you have kids. I remember my mom telling me, my mom was a single parent. I never knew my dad. And she, this was early 70s, and she went to work one day and she looked at the girls and said, you know, sometimes I just want to drop her off the balcony. Second floor apartment. And the girl said, listen, it's okay. It's all right. That's a very normal feeling. You just don't act on it. But we didn't really know about postpartum depression back then. We didn't understand these feelings and emotions the way that we do now. So if you need help, get help. Yes. Yes. All right. So, all right. Spirit is very happy about that. All right. Thank you. Ah, I love that. Thank you. Hi, Uncle Tommy. I love you too. Oh, I love this. Is like my family. You know what I love the most is this. It just feels like my grandparents' house on like a Saturday night, right? Except it's Sunday. Okay. You know, the other cards I can't actually shuffle like this, but these guys are just like, yeah, this is how I like to be shuffled. So take that to mean for your cards however you want. Alrighty, so what else we got tonight, Spirit? All right. Spirit's like, get yourself a cup of coffee. That was kind of bigger than you thought. And it was. It was. The Scry was huge today, too. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out. Coffee Scry #2. I cried. That was so overwhelming. It's such a full body feeling. And like I say, I usually only get that with my friends. So that must mean you're all my friends. Poor little coffee cup. God, I love that coffee cup. I got it at the thrift store. All right, Spirit, so what do we got tonight? Yes, this is a lovely deck. The creator of this deck did such a beautiful job. They are so blessed well. They're blessed so well. They're made with so much love. The Sun. So, to anybody drawn to these, I got them on Amazon. Do get the book at the same time because they will feel incomplete without it. Yeah, they said they did feel incomplete until they didn't really want to do any readings till they had the book because the book can give you a better explanation. It's very active tonight since the planets are unaligning. I don't know about anybody else, but I was just off. I'm seeing 3. There was 3 threes today. Like, I've got 3 lighters next to me, 3 things of incense. I've got a power of 3 thing from whatever going on that I thought was done. And I guess my Angel Oracle card said, oh, no, we weren't done with that. I was like, all right. Okay. I was just told, take them all. I'm like, all right. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Someone is enamored with the sun god Ra. Wait, what? I didn't even realize that was hidden. What the heck? I just set my cards up the way that I'm told to. Okay. They just said this reading is not for you. Do not associate yourself with it. And I'm like, all right. I thought it was just strength reversed until I saw it was the 3 of coins reversed with strength. Like someone's starting over again. This is one of my favorite cards, the 2 of Cups. I love that cup. I love that card. Don't mind me, I'm just... Okay. That's actually kind of what I thought. So, the sun god in this reading is the entrance. This is the person who is up here. He actually, I'm going to put him right here. He is the person saying, hello, I see you. And I see your journey. Let's see what the 3 of coins reversed. And I love the old man dog on the 3 of coins. Makes me happier than I can possibly say. No, he's actually the 3 of cups. No, he's the 3 of coins. The 3 of swords is reversed. The sun god Ra is seen. Oh, that's why you're saying that. The sun god has seen your strength. He has seen everything that you have lost here. And just remember, not every part of every reading is for everybody, and lots of readings have layers, and this is the layer of this one. You know who you are. So the sun god is seen. He is looking this way, okay? He is there. He is here by the rose of quartz. He is here by the rock. And he has been standing where you don't see him. I feel Yeshua here in the footsteps behind me. And when he's looking here, he needs you to know he sees your strength. He sees your worth. He sees your pain. He sees you. He sees how you hang. The hangman ceases forward. The hangman ceases forward momentum to avoid disaster, and instead favors reflection. Sleeping Beauty is a symbol of stasis. With the option of sleep or death, she chooses to wait for more favorable conditions. And the point is when you're doing that, you may not think that you're showing strength. You might think that your strength is upside down and you're losing everything and your swords are just falling everywhere. Because remember, you see these two swords, if they fall out, she's only got one in her hand. These two, if they fall out, they're gone. You might think you're losing everything in stasis, but you're not. You're growing, changing, and learning. And the sun god Ra sees that, and I feel like you need to know that. Because you've been in the cave in your Eight of Swords for a while, and you have been working all of this out. Now, like I say, this is kind of weird, because at first I was like, I don't understand how, whatever, but this is how it's coming to me. Because you got to remember, the universe sees your strength. It sees your kindness, and it understands. Because you see, this person, strength. This person is kind. This person is gentle. Yeah, that might be a crocodile they're battling, but the question is why do they need the strength for the crocodile? Is it because the crocodile is attacking them, or is it because there's a thorn in the crocodile's mouth they need to get out? So they need to be extra strong, because it's very obvious that they make friends easily with all. And the sun god sees that, and that's why he rewards it. And that's why he tips you up. Where before you were hanging, okay? When you tip this guy right up, she stands right up. So now you're standing up. And I'm being asked to move the cards around. Oh, big yawning puppies. I'm being asked to move these over, because the sun god is now taking you out of this mode. He is turning you around. He is setting you up on your feet. And you think you're upside down right now. But it's only because we all know that hanging upside down is the best use of gravity, right? Isn't that like the most fun thing to do, even as an adult? You know, you lay on your sofa and you hang your head off the sofa and it clears your sinuses. You know, you kind of scooch off like you did when you were a kid and kind of defy gravity a little bit. Isn't that strength to like lean off of something and like hold the rest of your body to it? You know, think of people that do acrobatics, gymnasts, Cirque du Soleil performers, how they have that body strength to be upside down and still right side up. And we all admit you've lost a lot. You might have lost money, you might have lost patience, you might have lost friends, you might have lost a lot. And you did, they say. There was a lot of lightning. A lot of lightning, a lot of falsities, a lot of negativity, a lot of backstabbing. And that's why you always carried these two extra swords. I'm told knives. I don't understand what that means. But these two extra swords. There may be a part 2 to this, so just be forewarned on that one. Because I haven't gotten down here. Matter of fact, I'm going to give this a couple more minutes, and then I am going to go to a part 2. I think that is the more prudent measure at this point, because I haven't even gotten all the way down here. So this is true too. We'll see what happens. So Ross says, he's like, you know, you may feel like you're upside down right now. And let's face it, the 3 of Swords upside down is not a terrible thing. In my book. It means that the swords are falling out of your heart. And that can be good, because often when it's upright, you know, your heart is stabbed. You've got all of the lightning. In this way, yeah, you've got the lightning, your heart is stabbed. But these are going to fall out. You've still got one sword here. You can still defend yourself. You're still feeling the pain, but you're dealing with the pain. You're dealing with the pain because your 10 of Swords is in reverse. Where before it was like this, and the pain was immeasurable. Probably some of the hardest pain you've ever been through. It is healing now. And it's going to feel like a scab on your heart for a while. But they want you to know that you have to remember how wounds heal, okay? How do wounds heal? You know, we get a cut. I have a cut right there on my thumb, right? Because it got dry. So you get a little cut, it gets irritated, it hurts, you put a Band-Aid on it with some Vaseline, and it gets better. But it's still going to hurt. And as it's healing, it's going to get itchy. And the itchiness is, excuse me, going to get annoying. Poof. And you may feel like everything is an emergency. Because it's what it's going to feel like, because it's such a great pain. Because healing hurts. Healing hurts. And it takes time. It takes time. And you know, I often really and truly feel with the suit of swords, I often feel that the beginning of the swords is actually the 10 of swords. It's the sorrow, it's the pain, it's the hurt that is the first thing you do. And then you go from the 10 of swords to the 9 of swords to, you know, the 8 of swords, which is the sitting in the cave and introspection. And you keep going down and going down until you reach that Ace of Swords, until you're ready to take, you know, the 3 of Swords is upside down, the 2 swords are falling out, and here you go. You know, those 2 swords have fallen out, She's not blinded anymore by anything. And now you've got yourself back. You've got your Zanpakuto. You've got your Bankai. You know what you're doing in your life. And let's face it, we don't always know what we're doing, but you have a sense of who you are. And that's what's most important here, that you have that perfect sense of yourself. And mind you, nothing is ever perfect, but it's perfection for you. It's wabi-sabi. It's the perfection. It's the imperfection with imperfection that makes perfection perfect. It's you. And you don't have to be perfect for anybody, because look at this guy. It's just the two of them, and they're happy. Like I said before, my mom raised me on her own. We really didn't need another person. Now, I always say, yes, I do think that children do need two parents. But what children need are two healthy co-parents, two trusted humans. So that can mean like your mom and her best friend, as long as your mom has someone to lean on, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, this is supporting yourself. This is having that love. This is self-sufficiency. Unity within the self. The yin and the yang, the balance. And you walk right out of the tide, you walk right out of the water, and you walk right into the grass, and you're perfectly fine. Oop, we have puppy. Hi, baby. You coming by? Oh, yes, come by and sit with me. Yeah, you're good. Oh, he is getting comfy now. I'm going to look up the Four of Cups reverse because I don't know that one. If you guys want me to pick a card and read a story from the book and then talk about the card and whatever, let me know and I will do that. Let me put glasses on though. So the universe and the gods have seen what you have been through. They have no doubt of your courage. They have no doubt of your strength. Even though you're upside down and you cannot see it, they do. They do. And at the end of the day, that is... Oh, I was going for the wrong one. That is what matters, you know? Wait, sorry. Yeah. Because the Four of Cups upright is a lack of awareness, pessimism, and daydreaming, lethargy. Yeah, and you were never there. You were never on the path of pessimism. Remember, what does that say? Because I don't have my glasses on. Yeah. You never had a lack of awareness. You've always, I see why you said this, Spirit. You always knew what was going on, period. You knew better than most. And so you never had a lack of awareness. Not once. And that's why Spirit says you passed your swords. And you're on to your cups and you're on to union. So whatever it is that you've been wanting, whatever this is, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new love, whether it's... This is so beautiful. I love this. This is like a marriage. This is like reunion. Reminds me of a reception. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Can't. Yes, I can. Okay, Spirit needs you to know the following. Okay. The divine spirit, the universe, the sun god, Ra, whomever, whatever you call it, has seen your struggles. You've been thinking for so long that you're upside down, and you're not actually upside down. You're right side up from far more than what you see. And you have done so good at going from where you think you're upside down and where he sees you tipping up into where he's here and he sees all. Because you've got to remember, these are upside down to me. But I'm not the one looking at these, except for this one. This one is actually upside down. If he was looking at it, it would be like that. These 3 cards, these are not for me to look at. These are for the universe to look at. This is what the universe sees. The universe sees all of these cups. Cups. The 3 of Cups. Oh my God. Seriously? I can't believe that one. Yeah, yeah. This is so blessed. Oh my God. Okay, so whoever this is for, where these were once upside down and the universe was observing them upside down, because of the work you've done, he has seen where you have righted them back up, okay? So when I'm looking at this, these cards are not for me to see. These cards are for the universe to see. These cards actually go like this. These are these cards, okay? Oh my God, you actually did tell me to do that, didn't you? No, I had an image of that. All right. These cards are right here. These are the cards the sun god has been reading. Okay? And because he's reading them like this, I see them like this. And he tells me he has stood you right side up. So where he sees this as the hanged man here, you are to see this as you standing up straight. And you might think that your 10 of coins and your strength is upside down, but it's not. It's actually right side up. He's looking at it the right side up because you're 2 of swords. You got to the 3 of swords, and then you went to the 2 of swords, and then you went to the 1 of swords, and you passed. You went from your 10 of swords to your 1 of swords. You have your Bankai, you have your Zanpakuto. You know who you are, okay? You know who you are. And because of that, you not only have more strength, you've dealt with 2 coins instead of the many that you need for whatever this is. Excuse my fingers. You've celebrated with little, and you've made it a lot. And you never gave up, and you always had awareness, and you weren't pessimistic. And because of all of this, okay, because of all of this, whatever gift is coming to you, whether this is a relationship, whether this is a new job, a new house, a new marriage, it is blessed. And I'm telling you right now, the 3 of coins need to be here, because up there, all I could think of was the 3 of coins. I wonder if it'll come out. This Ace of Coins is joining into union with this 2 of Cups. Ace of Cups, 2 of Coins, right there. So that 2 of Coins must be joining the 2 of Cups as well. So you're going to have love and money. And whether this is love of another human. Yes, my Two of Swords. And the Page of Swords. Look at that. Yep, see? She's like, yeah, you got out of that fire. You got out of that fire. And you became this girl, and you became stronger. Because after the Ace, you become the Page. Because for me, and I don't know about anybody else, so this is just how they tell me, and this could also be because I have dyslexia, but you start with your Ten of Swords and you go backwards, and then your Ace of Swords, your Page of Swords, your Knight of Swords, your Queen of Swords, your King of Swords. You finished your swords. So now you are on to taking back what's yours. And you've been through the fire. You're not blind anymore. You're not blind at all. You're not blind by any stretch of any imagination whatsoever. They're telling me you tempered the fire with your sword so well that you forged your cups yourself. You forged 10 cups on your own. And it was hard, but you had the help. And this is the story of the I believe it's the 8 swans. I can't remember the name of it, but I love this story. And they are 8 princes who only become human at night. And that's their sister, and she's always there to greet them, and they protect her, and she protects them. So whatever this is, you had 8 trusted humans. You had people that were protecting you and loved you and helped you through this. And it's not only their help, but the self-help that you gave yourself that allowed you to have the strength to forge your own 10 cups, okay? And that is why you are being given the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Page of Swords, and you are going to excel and ascend wherever it is that you choose to excel and ascend. You are Ichigo. And it makes me extraordinarily happy that, like, I can explain this in anime references. You have no idea. Has anybody started watching the 1,000-Year Blood War? If you have not, oh my god. I have not read any of the manga, but I really kind of want to. Actually, I really just want them all. You know. Anyway, so yeah, you are super fast ascending. Yes, exactly. They show me like all the way up to Squad 0. They're telling me you're going to Squad 0. I know who this is for, and you will get this reference. Wow, this is such a pretty deck. This is such a gorgeous deck. They are so blissfully happy right now. I can't take it. This is so pretty. I'll have to take a picture of this. But they see you. They see you. They're shooting you right up to Squad 0. You are going to be a 13 court guard captain, if not even more so than that. Because you did do the work. You saw the bullshit. You did it. I have not watched the end of this, so I don't know anything. On season 2, on like episode 20, so I just felt someone go, oh. Yeah, I had to kind of stop watching it the other night and watch, what did I watch? I think I watched, I don't remember what it was. It Soul Eater? It was something else. I can't remember. I'll remember later. Actually, no, I can't. So, Oh, maybe there's going to be a two-parter. Spirit, do you have anything? Spirit's like very happy that this came out. They're like, this person, this is specific. You know who you are because you were attracted to this. And hey guys, if you're ever offered your cheaters in your prescription, just do it. Don't not, just do it. I'm just saying, you will thank me. Just go for it. Don't be my mother. I'm just saying. I love oopsies. How did that come out? Spirit, can you clarify the High Priestess reversed? Make sure that as you're going up this way, as you're going up the Page of Swords, that you don't fall backwards. And fall on the first sword. Yeah. Because you're not, this is reversed, because you're not making it to the Queen of Swords if your ego gets too big. So they're saying you have all this coming and you know that you deserve this because you have been through so much. But they're like, don't, because if you look, see how they're looking behind? Don't look so far behind and put your nose up that you fall backwards on the sword and you don't reach the queen. Because you want to reach this, because you want to reach the king, okay? And I know that's not for everybody. That's going to be for those that need it, because we all know how we get heady and we get into our heads and we think that we get overly confident in a way that we become self-defeating. So yeah, I know I can do this. I'm just going to plunge. I know I can do this, and you go plunge into doing it. But what happens, you're not doing it as well as you could have. You made some mistakes, and you went, who cares? But it matters here. It matters here. It matters that you're, see, what did I say earlier about meditation? It matters that you're meditating. It matters that you're mindful. It matters that you're mindful. So that means that, like, if I have to stir this, I have to remember that there's liquid in here, although there's not as much. I have to remember when I'm going it like this to show you not to let it tip out, right? So I don't get it all over my cards. And I feel like my voice is getting very loud. So what am I doing? I'm being mindful. I'm slowing my voice down because I'm recognizing it's too loud. Taking a breath, getting excited there for a second. And, you know, it's doing that. It's being mindful. It's realizing I'm getting too loud. I'm getting too heady. I'm getting too up in the air right now. And for this means that you could get too high in your ego. As a cosmetologist, one of the things I always say is everybody is fallible. I am not the best of the best, but if I have to sit there and toot my horn, I will, because I'm really good at what I do. I'm really good at doing hair. And everybody will tell you that. But at the end of the day, I also know I'm fallible. I know that there are some clients that I'm never going to be able to do their hair because there is something about their hair I'm not getting, but my friend can do their hair better than I can. And understanding that I am good at what I can do and I can do a lot is important. But being able to look backwards at a closer perspective and go, and not at such a distance, because looking back at a distance is understanding how much knowledge you've gained to know that you're this good at what you're doing. Seeing from a more closer perspective means that yes, I have all this knowledge behind me, but my friend can do better with this person's hair than I can because they're like, one of my friends, her husband is Asian. I struggle with Asian hair. So I would, give her the clients and then ask her to teach me as she's doing this. And I had been doing hair a significant amount of time by that point because I know I'm not perfect. And part of this is looking back and understanding you're not perfect, seeing where you were upside down and remembering that as you're moving forward to this Queen of Swords, you can't be so high up in the air that you forget where you are. Because the moment that you forget where you came from is the moment that you tip off the edge. See, the queen tips right off the edge and there's no more queen left. She's dead. You won't get to a king. And then all of this will be gone and you'll be back with a up this way and... Yeah, they're asking me not to do anymore. Anymore. I'm just curious here. Yeah. So yeah, it's good to know that you're good at something. It's also good to understand that even when you're the best, you have more to learn. They always say a jack of all trade, a master of none. That has its bad points in the respect of you go around from trade to trade to trade to trade to trade, but you never learn anything. So you never become a master. There's also the point of you learn your trade, you learn other things, and no matter how good you become at them, no matter how you become the master, you always know as the master, you have more to learn. Because eventually, there isn't going to be another master there for you to learn from. And the person you're supposed to learn from will be the younger generation. And you're going to learn from them and they're going to learn from you. And you cannot be in your head. And especially as you ascend older, and they're telling me that I think I need to explain the ascension of older after 42. Yeah, I think we can do that. Maybe with the cups, we'll have to look into that. Yeah. Because they need you to be this upright high priestess, because this is where this is bringing you. This is bringing you to this is bringing you to your high priestess, whether you are male or female, because this is a non-binary reading. All of my readings for the most part are just going to be non-binary, unless I am really sitting there saying, no, I'm talking about the male and the female. And it's usually going to be in a different respect of, it's not necessarily talking about gender at that point. It's talking about the yin and the yang in an odd sort of way. Because remember, when the yin and the yang come together, when the male and the female combine, one part goes into there, one part goes into the other, and then they become a non-binary unit. If you've watched Steven Universe, you know who I'm talking about. If you have not, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Start from season 1. Do not, you can't skip any episodes. Just don't play around. Just go season 1 all the way through and just do that. Just do that. Trust me. So this is where we're going to leave this, okay? The sun god Ra has seen. The universe is seen, and your goal is the high priestess. Remember, don't get heady in your head. Remember, you can do this. Don't self-gaslight yourself. Don't set rules and boundaries that are impossible. Set They say goals that are achievable. I don't like the word goals, but little, if you have to set teeny weeny itty bitty little goals like this, so they're achievable, do it. Because all of that, those little bits together are going to get you where you need to be, because all of those little things you did gave you all of this. And that's why the universe saw that. And that's why they're guiding you up this way to the High Priestess. I will take a picture of this and post it, okay? Because I see this, and you know what? Sometimes, even when I'm watching readers, I'll see something a little different that'll stand out to me because it pertains to me. You're going to see that too. I can only read what I'm reading and what I'm being told, because this is the message for the collective that needs to hear it, for the people that are hearing it. Also, your mom loves you. I don't know who needed to hear that. All right, I think we're going to call it a night, and I thank you for coming to the cafeteria. We do have the best tater tots and the best pizza. Anyway, I love you all, and have a blessed night, and remember, be good, behave, be happy, and be yourself, okay? Good night. God bless you. We love you, and have happy dreams. Okay. Good night, everybody.